Why is service important as a spiritual sadhana?
Actually, you are seeing on the stage, coming to the spiritual field is only because of SEVA. I was a non-believer of God, but somehow I was dragged to Puttaparthi with my wife. And roaming around, I don't want to stand in a line queue for the Swami, so I met a SEVA Dal and I asked him what he's doing. He talked about his life. He said he's got a good business in Chennai. He's got settled children, everything. But he was doing cleaning of the toilet in Puttaparthi. It triggered the thought that this man has everything. Good health, money, children, name, fame, everything. It means there is something more valuable than this for which he is coming. And that is what, when I thought, that when I used to pass around in Puttaparthi, the Seva Dals, we used to get a seat to see Swami and touch his feet, but they will not even get prasadam, and we used to give them. So those thoughts drew me that Seva can bring a transformation. It so happened that earlier I used to read Swami's book, it never touched me. But when I went to the orphanage and I saw the small children, they're crying for the mother, it melted my heart. Then I started reading Swami's books. Then I thought that this seva is not by reading books, it's by getting to the actual on the field and getting the first-hand experience. I think it's a practical spirituality, I can say, that by doing seva. And one incident I tell that one visit to Puttaparthi, there was a feeding of the poor, and it was on one of the shades. And I'm being a company big officer and everything, I thought, okay, let me go and serve. It was when I served the food, then all the food and the water will fall down, everything. So people were cleaning, so I started cleaning. Because these were all the people who were carrying the water and all the luggage for us. Then suddenly I was told, let's go and sit and eat there. It just pinched me that, my God, I have to eat with them. And that was a turning point that it reduced my ego. So these are the small things. Every seva I learn something, and then I reinforce by reading Swami's books, and the spirituality came to me, and now I enjoy. So spiritual service is the biggest way of turning towards spirituality.
Brother, can I add one? I just want to add one little incident and emphasize on what Brother Uncle Manoj has said. So the incident is when Swami opened the super speciality hospital, all the state presidents in India began to direct all the patients to the hospital. Our Swami has the hospital, go. It so happened that Swami once called all the state presidents inside and began to speak to them, and he said, see, any patient who comes, you are directing them to the super speciality hospital. It has only limited capacity, it is full. So what do those patients do? They come and sit in mandir and want me to cure them. And Swami said, I will cure them. But before sending them here, tell them to do some seva and come, so that seeing the seva they have done, I can bless them with grace. So seva directly translates into grace. And as Brother Manoj said, the ultimate goal of our life is to overcome ego. Ego meaning identifying with this body and mind. I am Arvind, me, myself. To expand that, I need to see that same love in everyone around. And seva is the best way to erode that. Make me love somebody else as much as I love me. So that is the theoretical understanding as to why we should do seva. But definitely starting off the benefit, like Falashruti, Swami promises, when you do seva, you will benefit, you will draw my grace.
Yeah, one more important point I want to add. I think whenever we are discussing some important point others get, you should, even though I directed to others, they can add. Two greatest obstacles. Hello? Yeah. Two greatest obstacles when we do service, Swami said, is ahankara and mamakara. The ego and attachment. I and mine. I did this. So I gave a wonderful talk. I wrote this beautiful article. I sang so well. So any of this ahankara, I am the doer. That is the greatest obstacle. Second, I want the results of my action. Oh, you need appreciation. Oh, you did a good job. We want to hear. Oh, you did wonderful service. These two are the greatest obstacles for service to be a spiritual practice. If we want to have service as a sadhana, we need to get rid of this ahankara and mamakara. Swami gave a beautiful example like a snake. The poison is in the two fangs. Once you remove those two fangs, it can't hurt you. Similarly, for us, these two fangs are this ahankara and mamakara. There is a nice incident I shared before. This Professor Kasturi said this. One devotee asked Swami to come to his house. So he invited him, Swami, when you come, please come to my house. Swami said right away, your house? This man is smart, good devotee. He said, he realized, my God, Swami is telling, no, Swami, our house. That means, because everything belongs to God. Our house, that means 50%. Then they said, no, Swami, your house. Then if you are, why should you invite me to my house? So like that means we don't really believe that everything belongs to God. The way we are able to think, able to speak, do ultimately that power. That is what the whole secret, the message of Kenopanishad. By whom we see, by whom we do, constantly remember. And then the whole purpose of service is, as he was telling, get rid of the ego and purify. Chittasya shuddhaye karmana, purifying the heart. Then you can see, when pure heart, you can see God. Blessed are the pure in heart, you shall see God. So that is a very important topic. That is why Swami emphasized service in all the organization for everybody to do. And which all of you are doing.